Good morning, everybody. It's your girl Miracle Sims, and you're listening to God, Sex, and Love, your daily dose of inspirational juice. It is February the 2nd, 2022, and today the topic is a new leaf. A new leaf, y'all. Well, long story short, my yesterday, my 1st of February, um, on one hand, it was kind of regular, but on the other hand, I would say that it was very significant. Long story short, I feel led to share a little bit with you all. I may not go into a lot of detail, but we'll see. We'll see what the Lord do. Well, y'all know I did the juice and everything like that. Got some rest. Y'all know my little man, he's still off visiting. We didn't talk about it afterwards, but we didn't talk about it yesterday because I realized that I was trying something new, y'all. I was trying something new, and I was recording with a different program. And then after I wrapped up the juice yesterday, I realized that the program that I was recording on didn't save. And so I had this whole process of like getting the audio from the video version and making that the audio and doing all that. So yeah, that's one thing that happened yesterday. But then after that, I pretty much just got my rest and everything like that. Next thing I know, hubby's going off to work. And then soon after, I headed down to my hometown. What I didn't tell y'all, I guess I would say over the weekend. Yeah, maybe I don't know when it was, but my sister reached out to say that Dad was calling a meeting. And I didn't know what to think. I didn't know what to think when I got the message or whatever. But obviously, I was like, well, it must be something important and everything like that. Now, don't get. I did joke. I ain't gonna lie. I did kind of joke about it. Was like, look, man, is this something that could be done in a Zoom? Because 45 minutes to an hour, like we really gonna talk about something, or we not gonna talk? Like what we doing? Like if we just trying to plan a trip or something, like you know what I'm saying? We just do this on Zoom, call me on the phone, like. But I figured it was something serious or whatnot, because I just was like, for him to call a meeting, I figured it was gonna be something serious. I won't go too deep again into everything, but basically that meeting took place yesterday. And I would say that, you know what, after reflecting on it and everything like that, I feel like it was well needed. I'm glad that it was done. I'm glad that I went. And I'm glad that it was done. I've shared my journey on here. Y'all know my life, I think. So y'all understand, I guess, the dynamics of like at least some parts of my family and whatnot. And so I know the subject came up as we were discussing about, the family being blended and all this and whatnot. And to be honest, I don't think much about that, because again, as it came up, I felt like other people were saying this on my behalf or something. But I don't never, how can I say? Like I understood that, the gentleman I call my dad, is like I know the technicalities and everything, but again, with my father having passed before I was born, and I, never had met him and everything like that, it's true. This gentleman that I call my dad is my dad. You know what I mean? He's the only father figure, that I've known in life, and so in a lot of ways, I and the children he had, and everything like that, I think of as siblings, now obviously they were older than me and my sister. And so they were kind of like, I feel like they were all grown as we were coming up. So it wasn't anything like, growing up together and whatnot. But I mean, that didn't mean anything. I mean, that, they just, to me, it didn't, but there was always like little tensions here and there, not necessarily with me, but within the family. And so, again, I think that the meeting yesterday was needed. I felt like, things were brought on the table. Believe that people got their hearts and mind clear. I was more observant than anything, and I know people kept calling that out yesterday, like, yes, I'm the same Oracle. And I'm like, not really. I mean, I think for me, if anything, and I thought about this actually before I went live. I know for y'all that listen to the podcast, watch the talk show, anything, y'all, for for me to say this next thing might be like, what you talking about, Miracle? But I think for me, my observation of my life is that I think I felt like I feel like I spent the majority of my life finding my voice, figuring out how to use my voice and my thoughts and my finding myself in this process of life. You know what I'm saying? So in a lot of ways, I think a lot of us may feel estranged in this family dynamic. You know what I'm saying? And so the meeting, right, I feel was a good way to, like my topic today says, turn a new leaf, right? To, hear people's perspectives, hear their hearts, and, see where we can go from here, So even this morning, as I was doing my prayer meditation and I guess reflecting on everything, I was coming up with some ideas of things to do, some things to do differently and whatnot. And, y'all know I like to, put together little shindies and whatnot. So I'm thinking of things that, perhaps that I can do with my sisters and things like that. And so, we'll see what the Lord do. We'll see what the Lord do. But I mean, again, for those that was there, because everybody was not there for the meeting. But still, I felt like it was a good way to set a new foundation, right? Like, okay, we know what was done in the past, but let's do something different now. And I say even let's be intentional about doing something different now. I think that's pretty much what that meeting did. So of course everybody has to do their part, right? To do something different, but at least the foundation has been set. You know what I'm saying? So with that being said, I mean, I guess that transfers to this topic for today. A new leaf. When I actually looked up the phrase that comes from, it's called, turn over a new leaf. I'm sure people have heard that before, but if not, that pretty much means start to act or behave in a better or more responsible way. That's what it said when I Googled it and everything like that. And so, yeah. So when looking up Bible verses centered around this idea, I had to kind of look up a lot of different stuff. I was looking up, change and responsibility and all these different things. And I can't remember the exact word that helped me get to the verses that I found that I'm going to share with you all this morning. But regardless of that, let's go. Let's get into it. So here we go. Romans 12:2. It says, do not be conformed to this world, but be transformed by the renewal of your mind, that by testing you may discern what is the will of God, what is good and acceptable and perfect. This is not a verse that is new to the juice. You know what I'm saying? I feel like I've shared this verse. I mean, multiple times, but I would say today it kind of reiterates this idea of turning a new leaf. Like, and I feel like I've said this before too, but hey, whoever's listening to the sound of my voice today, maybe we all need to reflect on this. I don't know. But a lot of the time, the change that we're looking for, right, it starts with us and our minds. Like changing your mind about whatever something is or whatever, or however you do something is probably what's going to lead to the change that we all seek. I've seen that in my life. I feel like this right here, the juice, is the perfect example of this. I've seen this throughout my life multiple times. So sometimes it starts with just that, in my humble opinion. Sometimes it just starts with changing your mind about something. I don't know exactly what it was that led to my dad asking us to have this meeting yesterday, for example. Now, obviously, I would say perhaps just me just kind of, as they say, spitballing. I'm assuming that perhaps he was thinking about this and thinking like, things could be better. I would like to see my children more. I would like to see my grandchildren more. Whatever, like maybe something had came on his heart and mind, right? Knowing how things has been and knowing in his mind that, hey, I want to do something different here. And so, and the first different thing to do, or that he did, was to call this meeting. So it's like it's in your mind, and then you make steps towards it, right? You renew your mind, and then you make steps towards the change. I don't know. That's just one example. Again, I can't speak for him and say his testimony. I don't know, right? So again, I mean, for those of you all that have not heard my testimony, let me just share about the juice. Since I said the juice is the perfect example. Again, I thought about this idea for years. I thought about doing GSL, God, Sex, and Love, in a different way. I thought about a talk show. I thought about an audience. I thought about all these little things, panels, and making it a show and all this stuff. And I was working towards it. But I had to renew my mind and the idea. You know what I'm saying? Like if I was just so stuck on the way I wanted to do it, which I was stuck on that way for a while. And that left me stagnant in ways because it's like I wasn't reaching the goal, or I wasn't getting to where I thought it should be. But then when I'm renewing my mind and opening my mind to other ideas, stepping out on faith and doing this, the juice, was that thing that helped me take things to the next level. And then now I still do the talk show. I might not have a live audience, but at the same time, again, I've reached so many people around the world, just the conversations that I've had, like regardless of who's watching and listening, just the people that I've met by doing this that are around the world, and the conversations and the things like that are unmatched because there's no way, if I was just doing it here, right, with the things that was on my mind, if I was just doing it here in Georgia, like a lot of the people that I talked to probably would not have been on the show, if that makes any sense here. So, but regardless, I had to change my mind, right? I had to renew my mind and whatnot, and then make the effort, right, to change, and be intentional about change and all those different things, so just saying, that's what I was reflecting on this morning when I, read and wrote down this first verse. But let me keep going. Let me show what else I came across this morning. So Galatians 5:22 and 23, it says, "But the fruit of the Spirit is love, joy, peace, patience, kindness, goodness, faithfulness, gentleness, self-control. Against such things there is no law." I would say what stood out to me this morning in that verse was, against such things there is no law. I guess we think about like all the laws, right? Or the sins or the things that, the thou shalt nots, right? We focus a lot on the thou shalt nots. And so really, and this is going to be in the go deeper section as well, really we should set our minds on the things that are mentioned before, right? Love, joy, peace, patience, kindness, all those different types of things. That's what our minds need to be on. Because there's no law against those things. That's what we need to be doing, right? Now, how does this tie in with a new leaf? Well, I mean, again, I feel like that's renewing our mind again. It's just breaking it down another way to know that, okay, instead of focusing on the thou shalt nots, right, and focusing on doing the thou shalt nots, focus on love, right? Focus on joy, focus on peace, focus on having patience, focus on showing kindness. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's again, a renewing of our minds. It's turning a new leaf, changing our minds about the things. I don't know. I mean, we can all go deep with this, go deep with this idea. But to me, again, what stood out the most was the part that says, against such things there is no law. One more verse I wanted to share was 2 Corinthians 5:17. It says, therefore, if anyone is in Christ, he is a new creation. The old has passed away. Behold, the new has come. So when turning a new leaf, right? Coming to Christ is a way to turn a new leaf. Hey, even with the family dynamic, that's turning a new leaf. But let's talk about coming to Christ, right? So you are a new creation. The old has passed away. Behold, the new has come. You'll notice in life, and I feel like I reflected on this multiple times, but here we go. Sometimes in life, you may be turning a new leaf, right? You may be renewing your mind on some things. You may be trying to exercise all the things that was mentioned in that previous verse, exercising peace and kindness and love and all that. And then here comes temptation, right? Or here comes something to throw you off track of that. Whether it's someone there to remind you of what you used to be and do, or whether it's something that is triggering, your patience, and everything like that. One thing I would say is that, again, depending on where you are spiritually, those type of things might be difficult and they might drag you back a little bit, but regardless of that, and regardless of what, people trying to bring up your past and all those different things, understanding that, hey, with Christ, I am a new creation, and I don't have to live there anymore. I'm doing a new thing in my life. I'm taking some steps to renew my mind and things like that. Hopefully that helps you find strength. Hopefully it helps us all to find some type of strength in the midst of those storms, because you're gonna have those storms, right? You're gonna have those temptations. You're gonna have those things that's gonna try to get you back to what you used to do and used to be and stuff. Like, I mean, I hope and pray, for example, our family moves forward from that conversation last night. We move forward in a way where, putting aside whatever faults, putting aside whatever alts, putting aside whatever things that we may have had issues with in the past with each other or whatever the case is, put aside those things and put forth some effort for, renewal of mind, renewal of, our relationships and all those things to become closer and turn a new leaf. Turn a new leaf. rather than, keep focusing on the old. And I believe that, as Christians, this is something that, we should do, not only with ourselves as we come to Christ, but with others, right? Because we're supposed to be showing that grace and mercy that God has showed us. As Christians, as believers, right? We're supposed to know that at the end of the day, hey, man, I was there too. I was right there where you were, for example. And I can't judge you, friend, for taking a little longer to come to Christ, or taking a little longer to turn and leave or whatever. But I could be here with you. You know what I'm saying? I could show that kindness, that patience, that, all those different things. So yeah, let's make sure we're not being the one that's like holding things back. Let's not be the one that's like holding someone else back. If people are trying to turn a new leaf, let them turn a new leaf, man. If you see people trying to renew their minds and do things God's way and come to Christ, whatever the case is, do what you can to help that. Don't be the hindrance. Don't be the stumbling block. That's the juice, y'all. That's the juice this morning. Ooh. The Bible verse of today is 2 Corinthians 1:3-4. It says, "Blessed be God, even the Father of our Lord Jesus Christ, the Father of mercies and the God of all comfort, who comforteth us in all our tribulation, that we may be able to comfort them which are in any trouble by the comfort wherewith we ourselves are comforted by God." Friends, I hope you all enjoyed this juice this morning. Thank you so much for listening to God, Sex, and Love, your daily dose of inspiration and juice. I pray you guys can go forth and have a wonderful day, and I look forward to talking to you all tomorrow, if the Lord's will. Bye-bye. Facebook, YouTube, yeah, man. Again, powerful thing that happened yesterday. I'm looking forward to see what happens from here. I'm looking forward to doing my part as well to contribute to the growth and hopefully the renewal of our family and the dynamic and whatnot. Like I said, I understand, different things may have happened over the years. I was all, to be completely honest, I feel like I've been out of the loop with different little stuff. You know what I'm saying? Like I heard about some different little stuff, but I never really had issues per se. I think my issue was more so with me making sure I was going to be calm and do the things that I feel like, yes, that God has led me to do. But maybe at that time growing up, I think it was just like goals, dreams, aspirations, things like that. I think my mind was just so focused on, becoming the miracle that I saw in my dreams, I guess, that that's where my mind was, and so like I told you all before in my life, I always worked towards the next thing. I was in middle school thinking about high school. I was in high school thinking about college. I was in college thinking about what I'm going to do as an adult. Like, so, and that's why I say this time in my life right now, it's just been so significant because I'm finally in a place where I'm not like reaching, you know what I'm saying? I'm not like thinking about the next thing. I'm really like basking in this moment of the here and now, because again, because I've always dreamed of what I'm living here. Yeah, maybe there's some things that I haven't achieved yet. Maybe there's some, I'm not perfect by any means. There's things I still need to go on and do and whatnot, if the Lord's will and everything like that. Ways I could be a better wife, ways I could be a better mom and everything like that. But for the most part, when it comes to like the things I wanted to do in life, and goals I wanted to achieve and things like that, I'm seeing those things happening right now in my life. And so I'm thankful for that. But I think for me, it's like, I just knew if I stayed in a certain place, right? Or if I, whether that's physically or mentally, if I stayed in a certain place, then I probably wouldn't be where I am, if that makes any sense. And again, that's physically and mentally, like, location wise, as well as in my own mind and whatnot. So, that's where my focus has been. So whatever issues and drama that was going on within the family, I was like always not necessarily in the midst of it. And so, again, although, I reflect on my life and I admit, hey, um, maybe things could have been done differently, or whatever. But at the end of the day, I feel like my parents, did the best that they could to raise me to be who I am. And, I don't necessarily have any, again, like I said, faults or alts against, the family or anything like that. But yeah, I mean, again, I feel like the meeting and everything that happened was significant. Like I said, I want to do my part to help us mend and become closer and all those different things. I mean, I think we all envision, you know, uh, enjoying each other and peace and harmony and all those different things. We I think we all envision that type of stuff. Now, obviously, I think I tell y'all all the time when it comes to this whole family dynamic, because again, I am married, when he has his family, he's close to his family as well, my husband. And so, our family has enlarging, right? We have larger, then we got different groups and whatnot, and some like to do different things. And so, you know, um, so I still need some understanding from my families. Like, look, you know what I'm saying? Well, I'm just one person. I can't do everything, be everywhere and whatnot. Like I got, sometimes you gotta, choose. We came up with trying to spend holidays with certain families, and rotating it and whatnot when it comes to some of the holidays and stuff. So I guess I'm just trying to you know, I don't want that to be something where it's like, well, Miracle's not trying to participate or, whatever. But I just, you know, I'm only one person now, you know what I'm saying? And I can't be everywhere at the same time. But like I said, I do want to put forth effort. I was thinking of some ideas and things, maybe some like some sister stuff that we can do, hopefully to build our bond and to get to know each other a little bit more. Because, to be honest, I not to feel like I don't. I mean, yeah, to get to know each other more. Um, because again, there was age differences when it comes to, for example, the sisters. Um, there was always like an age difference between all of us, and now that we're all adults, uh, because obviously there's gonna always be an age difference, um, but yeah, I mean, like now that we're all adults, I'm sure we can all kind of have a meeting of the minds and just kind of see and hear each other from a different perspective now. You know what I mean? Versus when we were kids, and well, when I feel like me and my younger sister was kids, and I feel like my older sister was, I feel like I don't know how old she was at that time, but I felt like she was an adult. I mean, she was living on her own, had her own place, and had her daughter and everything. So it just was like she grown. um but hopefully now, I mean, I'm getting some ideas together, man, so hopefully y'all will be seeing me, hosting some stuff, you know what I mean? I'm like, maybe I get these girls together for a brunch or something, or something for us to get to know each other a little bit better and a little bit more, and see what the Lord do, man. See what the Lord do. And like I said, I think hopefully this changes the family dynamic, um, brings us closer together, and that's, I mean, I think that's what everybody wants at the end of the day. Nobody wants to feel estranged from their family. Um, you want to feel close to your family. You want to spend time together. And I get it. Like actually reflecting and listening last night, I could see how maybe over the years things could have been taken away where it's like, I feel like I'm out of the loop because I feel like I was out of the loop with a lot of stuff. You know what I'm saying? I feel like I didn't, I barely know stuff. And maybe I don't know if that's my fault because I'm not necessarily, I'm not in my hometown, so that could be, a reason why certain things I'm not aware of or privy to until people tell me, and then it's like, oh, okay. Um, but you only know so much when you're not like there, as they say, in the thick of it. But regardless of all that, I mean, hey, we turned a new leaf yesterday, y'all. I don't know if that's going to encourage and inspire you, for you and your family. I hope it does. I hope it does. That's what I'm sharing. You never know. Like, I think taking those first steps to do something different, which was, like I said, for us, it was having a meeting. I don't know what that would be for you, when it comes to you and your family, whatever the case is. But hey, maybe, it might be time to, do something different. So just fit that into whatever it is, whatever you're thinking about right now, whoever listens to the sound of my voice, whatever it is that you're thinking about right now, fit that into that, whether it's with your family, whether it's with yourself, whether it's with your relationship with God, whether it's with your work, whatever it is, renew your mind, do something different, and then be intentional about that change and making effort. And that's all you can really do. You know what I'm saying? Do what you can, and go from there. In my humble opinion, just me, just sharing, y'all. But well, I mean, hey, man, look, that was good old juice about, if nothing else. It's so funny. Yeah, my husband ain't home yet. I talked to him actually. Oh, I thought he was pulling up. No, I talked to him before I got started. So I mean, I guess all is well. But yeah, I know my sister was trying to get me to spend the night last night. Which, I mean, on one hand, I probably should have done, because I'm supposed to go back down there today for Uncle Paul's funeral, and I didn't think about it until I was on my way there and was like, oh, I probably should have packed the bag or something, because now I got to drive back. But I came home for, I guess, a few reasons. I mean, well, one, I ended up doing my nails, so you know what I'm saying? WineSelfCare.com. So that's one thing I did last night when I got back home. I did my nails. Also, I mean, it was good to just kind of reflect on everything and just kind of just be, come to myself, have some time with me, and reflect on, what had just happened and everything. Obviously the juice was another reason I came home, because I was like, I didn't bring anything to do the juice with. I mean, I could have done it with my phone, but I could have just wrote on some regular paper. But I mean, I just wanted to keep my routine going, writing my journal and stuff. So I came home so I could do the juice. I felt like this is good juice now. I felt like this was a good juice. So that was another reason why I came home. Plus, I wasn't prepared. I didn't have no bag. You know what I mean? I had my contacts in. It's just so many different things. But yeah, and I want to see my husband. You better get home safe. But yeah, so that's what's going on. That's what we're supposed to do today. We're gonna see what the Lord do. Hopefully I'll be able to get, these ideas together, get the sisters together. I think we should probably get the ladies together too, because I'm not. And look, my mom probably gonna be listening to this. Hey mama. Hey mama. I know we gonna have to get something for all of us ladies, so you don't feel excluded, because you in there too. You know what I'm saying? I understand. I heard you that you want to be involved in everything. And so yeah, maybe have like a little ladies day or something, so we'll get some things together, if the Lord's will. Get some things together and hopefully build these relationships and bonds and whatnot. But all right, y'all. Well, again, I hope that you all are encouraged and inspired by this. I hope that these things, will bless you in some way. Thank you so much for listening. Thank you so much for watching. And I look forward to talking to you all tomorrow, if the Lord's will. Bye-bye.